Thank you for purchasing Integrating Sphere Spectrometer System, which measures the relative spectral power distribution of traditional light sources/LED lamps and lamps, and in the following video, we will show you how to install and use the system. Open the equipment box and remove the device. And check that the following equipment is already available: a 1.5M or 2M integrating sphere. Computer, need to have a COM port, no need to own. A PF310A power meter or any other power meter. WY-DC power supply. HAAS spectrometer. DPS-AC power supply. Supporting cabinet. Standard lamp, auxiliary lamp and components, optional. Install the sphere and open the sphere. Wear clean gloves during the following steps not to pollute the sphere coating. Remove the luminosity panel in the accessory box and install it on the rod reserved bar in the sphere. Install the auxiliary lamp assembly, such as the video. Open the front protective bar of the cabinet. Remove cabinet side panels. Remove the individual face frame panels. Install the frames to the machine. Place the equipment on the cabinet compartment. This is what it looks like when done. Mark with the words input, red, and output, blue. Here is the PF310A power meter, such as video connection, Note the short connection. Different power meters have different wiring, refer to the instructions. Then connect the power cord and the USB communication cable. The lines marked WI+ and WIR connected to the output and behind the WY-DC power supply. WI+ corresponds to red terminal, WY corresponds to black terminal, and then connect the power cord and RS-232 communication line. The line in the cabinet is connected to the HAAS spectrometer to the USB communication line. The white plug is used to connect the AC power output, and then connect the power cable to the RS-232 communication cable. Connect all the power cables to the plug at the bottom. Then connect all the communication lines to the computer. Optical fiber connected to the spectrometer and the integral sphere. Remove the optical fiber cap. The thin one end connected to the spectrometer. Inserted with a nut to lock, the other end connected to the integral sphere. There are two holes in the integral sphere. One is directly connected with the optical fiber for use. One is used with a transfer attenuator. The optical fiber end surface and the sphere inner wall surface is flush. All the instruments have been installed and secured. Open the supporting U disk, click on the HAAS folder, click on the Setup. EXE inside, select the path to install or the default path, and complete the installation according to the guidance. For the installed system, PF310A, HAAS 2000 is the USB mode, which requires the drive installation. Find the corresponding device in the device manager and select the upgrade driver. Usually the driver is placed in the CD or USB plate of the device configuration, and other users of RS-232 communication do not need to install the driver. If the serial transfer card is used, please install the converter driver in advance. After the installation, the corresponding equipment can be found in the Equipment Manager without abnormal prompt. The newly installed software requires authorization operation. Click Start Software, which will pop up the authorization interface information. After completing the authorization, you can use the software normally. Take pictures and send this interface to us, and we will help you to authorize it, and you can choose to try it out to enter the software first. Set up some common communication modes, such as a power meter. The standard light is E27, and the interior of the integral sphere is E40, so we need to install the lamp seat from E40 to E27. Remove the standard light from the standard light box, and connect to the inside of the integral sphere to adjust the height of the integral sphere lamp pole, so that the standard light is in the center of the integral sphere. Connect the power cord. The standard lamp uses DC power supply. You need to connect the WI power output on the cabinet, the other end to the 1-2 ends of the junction box. Open the software, select the calibration menu, spectrum calibration, the current voltage of the input light, color temperature, and light flux. Before the software light is not lit, click Dark button to take the dark current, about 30 seconds, click on the Light button. In the pop-up dialog box, set the port is the port, such as COM1 mode, set condition is constant current, and the standard light identification value. The voltage setting value is about 2V above the reference value. Then click Setup. The power supply will turn on the output, and install the set output to light up the standard light. At this time, exit the setting interface, light the standard light, wait for 15 minutes, check all mode calibration, click to start. The system will start automatic calibration and complete. After completion, click Save to complete the calibration process. After the calibration is completed, click a single test to check the calibration results. The optical flux error is less than plus or minus 1%, and the color temperature is less than plus or minus 15 K, that is, there is no problem with the calibration. Then click Analyze WI, turn off the standard light. You need to wait for the standard light to completely cool before removing. First install the auxiliary lamp, and then connect with the WI output terminal. Use the computer according to the current voltage of the auxiliary lamp light, the same as the standard light. Install the standard light. No light, click Test. Remove the standard light, install the measured light. No light, click Test, click Save to obtain the self-absorption coefficient. Install the lamp in the integral sphere, and connect from the load end of the cabinet to the 1 and 2 ends of the junction box. If the strip lamp is used, need to connect to 1-2 or 1-3 according to the actual power supply of the lamp. Next, test the operation on the software. If the power supply does not manually light the lamp, you can choose to operate on the software. Select the Tool DPS Power Supply option, set the voltage, frequency and other parameters in the ejected interface, output, light the lamp and exit. Select in the integration time box of the software interface, automatically integrate, click the test, and wait for the test to complete. After the test is completed, double-click the data cable to edit some information in the pop-up box of the test information, select the Save in the File menu, and save the test data for later review. Finally, you can choose to print the report and print out the test report. The above steps are a test process, and more detailed information can be read in the user manual. Thank you for your patient watching. If you have any doubts during the installation test, welcome to email globalservice@everfine.net to get more answers.